Today, I'll be showing you how to play Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on any PC. I will also be showing you guys the best settings to utilize so that you can get high FPS and good performance on any devices. So do make sure you stick to the end of this video. Now, simply start by searching for PCSX2 for PC. You're going to see the official website at the top. So, click on it. Once on the official website, you're going to see this latest table. And you're also going to see the download section. So, you can either go to the download section to download the emulator, or you can just click on latest table. And you're going to see different versions of the emulator. Now you have it for different devices, but I need it for my Windows. So if you are using Windows, simply click on this installer at the top. So once you click on it, it's going to start downloading the emulator. Right now, as you can see, it is done downloading. So this is the installer. So what we're going to do, we're going to double click on it and start installing to our device. There's standard installation, there's portable installation. So I will advise you to go for standard installation. Click on next. Just keep clicking on next and then click on install. So I'm going to click on finish. Now the first thing you need to do is to set up your language. So you can select any language of your choice and then click on next. Now it's going to ask you for a PS2 BIOS file. So what you have to do, you have to just show it where you are keeping your PS2 BIOS file. So I'm going to click on browse. So mine is in here. So you can see it's PS2 BIOS. So I'm going to click select folder. So you can already see it's showing there. So you can see that. So that's my BIOS. This is it right here. So we're going to click on next. So the next thing we have to do, we have to show it our, where we are keeping our games. And in this video, we're actually, using the Dragon Ball 3 game. So what we're going to do, we're going to show it exactly where we're keeping it. So it's in here. So this is where I'm keeping it. Although it's not showing, but it's actually in there. So I'm going to click on select folder. Then I'll click on next again. This is all about setting up your controller. I'm going to show you guys how to set up your controller pretty soon. So I'm going to click next, finish. So right now you can see the game is already there, but we still have to set up our controller, and we also need settings so that we can actually play this game correctly. So I'm going to show you how to set up your controller. Click on settings, click on controllers, then click on controller port 1. But before you click that, make sure you connect your controller. So you can use a DualShock 2 controller, you can use an Xbox 360 controller, Xbox One, PS3 controller, you can use different type of controller. Just make sure it's a USB controller. USB controller are actually better. So I'm going to connect my Xbox 360 controller right now. So once connected, I will click on controller port 1. So once you get in here, normally sometimes it's actually going to be like this, not connected. So you have to click on DualShock 2. If you have any of all these type of controller you can see right now, you can actually click on them. But if you are using any other type of controller that is not on this list, just click on DualShock 2. And then there are some type of controller that you can use automatic mapping. So like this Xbox 360 controller, you can just use automatic mapping. It's very easy. What you have to do, you just clear the mapping. You clear everything in here first of all. You click on automatic mapping. You click on SDL X input controller. So just click on it and you can see I've already set up the controller for me. But let's say you are using some other controller that is not Xbox 360 and this automatic mapping is not working, then you have to manually set up your controller. So first of all, you start by clearing the controller and then you have to manually do it yourself, meaning you are going to click on L2. Once you click on L2, you press L2 on your controller, then you select arrow 2. You click on arrow 2 on your controller. You select arrow 1. You click on arrow 1 on your controller. So you have to do every single thing in here so that your controller is going to be working if automatic mapping is not supported by your controller. So I'm going to clear all of this and use automatic mapping. So that's it. Very simple. Then you click on close. So right now my controller is already set. So the next thing I need to do now is the graphics. This is super important. So I'll go to the graphics section. Under graphics API, if you have a very powerful like PC, you can go ahead and just choose your graphics card. But if you have a PC that is not that powerful, just use automatic. It's actually better. Then for aspect ratio, you click on it, click on fit to Windows. Yeah, use fit to Windows. That's actually better. Then there's apply widescreen patches. Make sure you turn this on. Very important. Then I think you're already done here. Then go to rendering. This is the most important. You can see this internal resolution is the most important, because everybody, we are all using different type of device, different type of PC. So you click on this. If you are using a very powerful PC, like super powerful, a gaming PC, you can go for up to 4K. You can see this 6x native. You can go for up to 4K. You can also use 1080p. You can use all of this if you are using a very powerful PC. But if you are using a regular PC like me, just use 720px. You can also try 1080ps, but I'm not sure that's going to work. It's going to be lagging because your PC is not powerful. But if you use 720px and still your game is lagging, then just come here and switch it to native PS2. That's the only one you'll be able to use since you don't have a powerful PC. So I'm going to go ahead and select 720px for my PC. Then for my anisotrophic featuring, I'll click on this and select 2x, and that's it. That's pretty much it. So I can go ahead and start playing my game. To play your game, all you have to do, just double tap on it and you'll be able to play it. So let's give this game a try and actually see how it goes. Lastly, if you found any value from this video, then do consider smashing that subscribe button to help me on my YouTube growth journey, because I've been trying to get to 5,000 subscribers for a while now, and it have actually been taking me forever just to get there. But I know that with your help, through you smashing that button, I can actually get there super fast and super easy. Also, by now I think you might be seeing some of my similar videos or some of my playlists on your screen. So if you have some free time, you can go ahead and also watch that to learn more from my channel, because we learn every day. And that's it for that. I'm going to see you guys on my next video.